one of them turned its head toward Dirk. Its eyes were closed. "Hello," said Dirk. "Where did you come from?" He was still young enough back then to expect it would answer. The kitten opened its mouth, but the old man said, "Come away and give them some privacy. It's cruel to scare them so early in their lives." So Dirk never learned what the kitten had been about to reply. The old woman. Here's what she was like. Her face was scored with lines from working outside in all weathers. She wore dull clothes in colours that had forgotten to be colourful. It didn't matter. She hadn't much to celebrate by way of looks. Her nervous eyes were bulbous, her lips dry and inclined to pursing. When she hitched up her skirts to wash her calves once a month, however, her lower legs and ankles were smooth and pretty. Dirk always found this confounding. "One day you'll be too old to watch me wash myself," she said. "Towel." Was she loving, or was she harsh? Dirk didn't know. A child who lives in a hut in the forest can't answer such a question. She was as she was, the way the wild boar is a wild boar or the butterfly a butterfly. She thinned her ale with spring water. She cooked almost enough for supper every night. Quite often her bread refused to rise. Her family ate it anyway and gave thanks, a thanks both rueful and brief. "If we lived near the village, you could send me for baked bread," Dirk told her. "You're too young. When you're older, Papi will show you the way. But mind me, if you ever set out on your own, you'll get lost. It'll be up to you to find yourself. We won't come looking for you." "But you already found me," he wanted to reply. "He's not going off," said Papi. "Don't put notions into his head." "What head is that?" she replied, cuffing Dirk above the ear, but affectionately. So next, Papi. He was old too. He was the old man to her old woman. His pathetic beard was the brown of iced mud. Dirk didn't know if the old man had been born with that hunched shoulder, or if the ailment had come from years carrying an axe. He was a woodcutter. He maintained 4 cutting stations some distance away in the deep forest, one in each direction from the lonely Waldhütte where they lived. Upon a tree at each station, he'd hammered a wooden box. Beneath the box he left trimmed logs and stacked kindling. If passers-by wanted tinder for their ovens or hearths, they could take what they needed and in exchange drop some coins in the box. Sometimes they took more than they paid for. Sometimes the portion they got was a little greener than would be useful. It evened out. The old man was spare of speech. When he opened his mouth, it was often to contradict the old woman. He might have been crossed by nature, or maybe his lumpy shoulder gave him bother. He didn't like to wring the neck of a barnyard chicken when one was needed for the pot. He made the old woman do that job. But once, during a hard winter, when a rogue wolf came prowling, he managed to trap it and kill it with his axe. The wolf bled to death under the moon. In the morning, the old woman broke off a portion of frozen blood. It was like a cracked brown plate. She brought it home to thicken the evening stew. "Papi, get out the carving knife if we're to have sausage meat from that hairy old sinner," she said. "I'd rather drag the carcass to the village and sell it, and buy something already minced and spiced," he replied. "No one would give a pfennig or a ham bone for that mangy creature. You are a coward still. I'll butcher the beast myself if you won't." "Let me come with you to the village, Papi," said Dirk. "No one's going to the village," shouted the old woman. She named the rules. "Nobody here knows where it is." That was a regular lie to make Dirk shut up. They all knew that the old man went for provisions every